learn, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the London Monarchs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Michael Badgley ready to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Going to give this to Mixon. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Burrow on third down. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through,
and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
From his own end zone, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 99 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7, Monarchs nothing. Mike Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin. Now Burrow loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And he puts it through.
The score, Chargers 14, Monarchs nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 43-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Third down, Burrow. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. It'll be a 51 41-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this open. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 19 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Lining up for the extra point.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. P8's here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Allen. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
3rd down.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Cooper, incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's got room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's another Chargers
draw play. It's Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 38. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
makes the score Chargers 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
31-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Joe Reed returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Rolling to his left, and he's going to keep it here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA!
Yeah, we dominate today.
Keenan Allen, 33 yards. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Burrow on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. That gain on third down, good for 28. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, here's Burrow. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Burrow going to keep it himself. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And instead of a looming overtime, things have changed dramatically. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And some space here. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here we go with Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Going on the ground with Eckler, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. It's Eckler again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Time to go to work.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.